Hey there. Here's a look at an American-made Swiss Army style knife from Schrade Walden. Now I really don't know much about these knives at all, so I won't pretend to, so let's just have a look at it together. It's a 91 millimeter knife. I measured it, so that's very much like a Victorinox. I don't know the actual age or the exact age of this knife, but just looking at the style of it, the style of tools and things like that, I would guess this knife is probably from the 1960s. But here you can see it has plastic scales that are riveted on. You've got this great shield here inlaid that says Schrade Walden, that is metal. And it is does look to be pinned in there, unless those little dots are just decorative. It's probably just glued in there, and those are decorative to remind you of a traditional pinned-in shield. It has a bail. It's nothing too decorative. It's just hammered out flat there and pinned to the end of the knife. Knife's rather heavy, and I think that's because it has nickel silver liners, not aluminum liners like a Victorinox or a Wenger would. So let's just have a look at the tools. You've got your opening tool layer with your classic can opener there. Opposite of that, you have the screwdriver cap lifter. Then there's just kind of a space where you can see here, at first I thought maybe it was a tool, but it just seems to be a spring, and I'll talk about that in a minute. And then you come over to the blade. You've got the small blade. It is a clip point blade. This one's got a little broken tip and some rough places, but otherwise pretty good. And then here's the main blade. The nail nick is kind of between these two tools. It's in a little different place, kind of midway on the blade, so that's how that opens. It's a spear point blade, and this one's again, worn a little flat there, but it's got a tank stamp here. It says Schrade Walden, and then on this side it says 906 stainless. So very reminiscent of a Wenger or Victorinox. It's easy to see who they were copying there. On the back you have a tetrahedral awl or punch. There's a better look at those nickel silver liners. Over here you have a Phillips driver on this one, and it doesn't have a file or flat side or split end or anything, but it's got really nice reach. And then here's this really interesting little thing, additional tool here on the back. It's stamped Beverage Opener, and I believe this is what that extra spring in the front is for. But that pops open like that, and that would be used for popping holes in the top of old tin cans. You may not remember, but I do because I'm that old, the day that tin cans did not come with pop tops. So if you had a beer, a Coke, or a can of Hershey syrup, or a can of fruit punch or something, you had to actually, get over get on the top of it like that and pop a triangular hole, turn it around either side, pop a triangular hole so air could get in to pour out your beverage. And so this would have been super handy back in the day when you had those old metal cans before the aluminum cans with the pop tops. All right, well, that's a look at an American-made Swiss Army style knife from Schrade Walden. Thanks for watching.